never wanna see a king do his thing in the town, so they try to pass me down, but my talent can't drown. I'm a star in prime time, and you see it in my game. No, I'm not like y'all. They fucked around and struck down my call. Y'all all saw, but I ain't fall. They threw me to the ground, but I ain't crawl. Cause I'm him, I ain't them. I'm FBA, and I'ma make a way. Getting it out the mud made me strong. Now I'ma shine like my dad, cause I ain't gone. They don't want me in the NFL. They want me XFL. But I'm a XLF, hell yeah. Let's be real clear, this my year. What comes around, goes around, now I'm a Cleveland Brown. I'll be bleeding brown, never mind the all-time hate. Cause my dad was an all-time great. Now they wanna see the sun fall. Why they wanna see the sun fall? But I'm a star. What comes around, goes around, now I'm a Cleveland Brown. I'll be bleeding brown, never mind the all-time hate. Cause my dad was an all-time great. Now they wanna see the sun fall. Why they wanna see the sun fall? But I'm a star. They don't want me in the NFL. They want me out, they want me XFL. But I'm a XLF, hell yeah. Let's be real clear, this my year, yeah, FBA. They don't want me in the NFL. They want me out, they want me XFL. But I'm a XL, hell yeah. Let's be real clear, this my year, yeah, FBA. On Buzz Run, let's go. They don't want me out, they want me in the XFL. But I'm a XL, hell yeah. Let's be real clear, this my year, yeah, FBI. What comes around, goes around, now I'm a Cleveland Brown. I'll be bleeding brown, never mind the all-time hate. Cause my dad was an all-time great. Now they wanna see the sun fall. Why they wanna see the sun fall? But I'm a star. What comes around, goes around, now I'm a Cleveland Brown. I'll be bleeding brown, never mind the all-time hate. Cause my dad was an all-time great. Now they wanna see the sun fall. Why they wanna see the sun fall? But I'm a star. What comes around, now I'm a Cleveland Brown. I'll be bleeding brown, never mind the all-time hate. Cause my dad was an all-time great. Now they wanna see the sun fall. Why they wanna see the sun fall? But I'm a star. Yo!
Hey, peace, Donnie. Give me a second, man. I'm just eating. I'm gonna play some more intros. You dig? Cause your boy out here eating. All right, so give me a second. Give me a hot second. I'll be with you guys shortly. All right. Yeah, but we gotta get into this topic. Yeah, so yeah, we're gonna get into this. I got, you know how I do. I research unbiased. You dig? I don't really put emotions or opinions in things. Racial things don't move me. I stick with the documented fact. I don't have an angle. You dig? That's why I'm one of the best researchers out there because I don't have an angle. I just deal with what's documented and I go with that. I give my opinion after I give you guys the facts. That's why I'm the best out there. Everybody else put their emotions and feelings and opinions in it. Not me. But the facts, you're gonna like them, some things you ain't gonna like.
Oh, you think that you made it without us? Oh, no, 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 no. They like to say that they discovered this land, but we were already here, and we're not going nowhere. Foundational Black American. If you didn't know, let me break it down. We built this country from the ground. We fought in every major war. If you didn't know, now you know. Foundational Black American. Oh, you thought that we just picked cotton. We fought in every major war. We built this country from the ground. Oh, you thought that we just picked cotton. If you didn't know, let me break it down. We built this country from the ground. We fought in every major war. If you didn't know, now you know. Foundational Black American. 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 Collusion all around, never wanna see a king do his thing in the town, so they try to pass me down, but my talent can't drown. I'm a star in prime time, and you see it in my game. No, I'm not like y'all. They fucked around and struck down my call. Y'all all saw, but I ain't fall. They threw me to the ground, but I ain't crawl, cause I'm him, I ain't them. I'm FBA, and I'ma make a way. Getting it out the mud made me strong. Now I'ma shine like my dad, cause I ain't gone. They don't want me in the NFL. They want me XFL, but I'm a XLF. Hell yeah. Let's be real clear. This my year. What comes around goes around. Now I'm a Cleveland Brown. I'll be bleeding brown. Never mind the all-time hate, cause my dad was an all-time great. Now they wanna see the sun fall. Why they wanna see the sun fall? But I'm a star, star, star. What comes around goes around. Now I'm a Cleveland Brown. I'll be bleeding brown. Never mind the all-time hate, cause my dad was an all-time great. Now they wanna see the sun fall. Why they wanna see the sun fall? But I'm a star, star, star. They don't want me in the NFL. They want me out, they want me out, they want me XFL, but I'm a XLF. Hell yeah. Let's be real clear. This my year. Yeah, FBA. They don't want me in the NFL. They want me out, they want me out, they want me XFL, but I'm a XL. Hell yeah, hell yeah. Let's be real clear. This my year. Yeah. FBI. Unbiased run. Let's go. They don't want me out, they want me in the XFL, but I'm a XL. Hell yeah, let's be real clear. This my year. Yeah. FBI. What comes around goes around. Now I'm a Cleveland Brown. I'll be bleeding brown. Never mind the all-time hate, cause my dad was an all-time great. Now they wanna see the sun fall. Why they wanna see the sun fall? But I'm a star, 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 star. What comes around goes around. Now I'm a Cleveland Brown. I'll be bleeding brown. Never mind the all-time hate, cause my dad was an all-time great. Now they wanna see the sun fall. Why they wanna see the sun fall? But I'm a star, star, star. What comes around, what comes around. Now I'm a Cleveland Brown. I'll be bleeding brown. Never mind the all-time hate, cause my dad was an all-time great. Now they wanna see the sun fall. Why they wanna see the sun fall? But I'm a star, star, star. Yo!
Yeah, 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 yeah. Oh, by the way, the FBA song, I wrote those lyrics to that. AI just sung them. Now let's run it back. Let's get that AI song again. All right, all right. Let's get that A. Let's get that A. All right, all right. So I wrote these lyrics right here. AI just sung them. So check out my lyrical genius. You dig? The witty and cleverness, all me.
Collusion all around, never wanna see a king do his thing in the town, so they try to pass me down, but my talent can't drown. I'm a star in prime time, and you see it in my game. No, I'm not like y'all. They fucked around and struck down my call. Y'all all saw, but I ain't fall. They threw me to the ground, but I ain't crawl, cause I'm him, I ain't them. I'm FBA, and I'ma make a way, getting it out the
All
mud,
my
made me
lyrics.
strong. Now I'ma shine like my dad, cause I ain't gone. They don't want me in the NFL. They want me, they want me XFL. But I'm a XLF, hell yeah. Let's be real clear. This my year. What comes around,
Let's
goes
be clear
around.
here.
Now I'm a Cleveland Brown.
Peace,
I'll be
Claude.
bleeding brown. Never mind the all-time hate, cause my dad was an all-time
All my
great.
lyrics.
Now they wanna
I
see
wrote
the
the
sun
entire
fall.
song
Why they wanna
in the
see the
chorus.
sun fall? But I'm a star. What comes around, goes around. Now I'm a Cleveland Brown. I'll be bleeding brown. Never mind the all-time hate, cause my dad was an all-time great. Now they wanna see the sun fall. Why they wanna see the sun fall? But I'm a star. They don't want me.
That star, I got that from Megan Thee Stallion, that Japanese dude. I'm a star. I'm a star.
Hell yeah. Let's be real clear. This my
That's
year.
Jabbar. Let's be real. Let's be clear here. I use my humor.
They want me out, they want me XFL, but I'm a XL. Hell yeah. Let's be real clear. This my year. Yeah. FBI.
Those are all my lyrics. The chorus, that's all me. I got some skills, man. Listen, man. Listen, man.
They don't want me in the
Listen, man. In addition, man, I'm all facts. You fiction, man. Oh, no, because you got no. You go copyright me. Go. Too loud. Go up there. You can't sit with that. Yeah, go watch your cartoons up there. Go. All right. All right, so let's get into it. Peace sounds. Let's get into it, man. Listen, if y'all miss a song, I'll play it on the outro. I'm gonna add my voice to it, by the way. I mean, I'm gonna rap the lyrics in the chorus. I did some old quick stuff, but with AI, I wrote the whole song. I chose the beat, or I didn't choose the beat. I required the beat, and I didn't. I kept, uh, deleting different beats they had for me. I wanted the right drill beat, and sometimes they did give me the right drill beat, but the person they had singing the song was off beat or ain't singing to my liking. But eventually I'm gonna rap the lyrics and have that beat in behind. I'm gonna do it. It's gonna be fly. It's gonna be the anthem. All right. Well, that was the Stephen. This is what you heard right there is dedicated to Shedeur. But I have the FBA anthem. All right. So let's get cooking. So I don't know what's up with Kwame. Tiger is talking to him, and Tiger, experienced what I've been experiencing all year with tethers and coons and all type of fools all year long. There's no truth in them. They're gonna lie and they're gonna try to say something, hoping you don't know about it. If you don't know about it, they're gonna stick to the lie until you know about it, and then they're gonna try to dodge you, like brother Reggie. Okay, so brother Reggie, I still want you to pull up, my boy. Okay, I hit you up on email. You said you were busy. That was like some months ago. You dig? The invitation's still here. I need you to pull up. We got to talk about some things. and let's just be truthful. Stop with being correct. Stop with your degrees and what you wrote, bruh. Let's just deal with the topic, and let's just be correct on the topic. Your degrees and what you wrote they pay little to no importance on this topic that we're discussing. All right, let's deal with the topic and let's just be correct. Just because somebody got a degree in goddamn microbiology doesn't mean they know about Black history. So like let's stop being goofy. All right, unless you got a degree in Black history, then okay. But if your degree is not in Black history or what we talk about, please leave your degrees to the side. All right. Last night was a yeah. Thanks, sounds. The dude Kwame is so disingenuous, and I fell asleep. I was laying down, I was enjoying the conversation, and I was trying to wait patiently and get back in there. But when I lay down, it's a wrap. So I fell asleep. So hopefully I wasn't asleep too long. Peace, Tiger. So, but Tiger, I know you experienced somewhat of what I experienced. So if Jay pull up today, like he did yesterday, I'm gonna invite him on. You could build with him, but I love when folks talk to the people who I have problems with, just to make sure it's not me. I'm not crazy. I'm not, you know, intolerant. Hey, I'm not intolerant, impatient. You did, cause I heard Kwame just I'm American. I go American law. So Tiger was like, well, what about American law with Negro and color? I mean, it's like the dumbest argument you can make. American law was Jim Crow. Just because the law doesn't mean it's right. Laws get challenged. Donald Trump is doing lawful things and they're challenging it. Ob- Obama did lawful things and they challenged it. Just because what about abortions, right? That got challenged. Roe v. Wade, and it got overturned. So, but again, this is why Tiger, I say when people are not FBA, they don't understand the history of this country. Laws get challenged, laws get voided, laws get turned and reversed. But when somebody's a complete tether with their narrative and their own agenda, and he has extreme hate for FBAs. I ain't gonna lie, I don't think I've met a black person like him before. Like other black people that's like foreign, they'll have a problem with Tariq Nasheed. They'll have a problem with other things. Like none of them really displayed a hate for FBAs. Like Kwame, I'm totally convinced he hates FBAs. And you could say envious, jealous, or whatever you want to call it. He's that. Everything is just dismissive. Everything is there's always a better way from an outside source. We talk about reparations. ADOS is no good. FBA is no good. It's all about a foreigner. I'm like, dude, I don't want to put my trust in a foreigner that don't live the American. Yeah, that's the whole. That's why we're delineating. Like, we don't believe a foreigner can possibly have, even with a pure heart. We don't believe a foreigner can possibly have our best interest. You have to experience what we experience. How the hell am I going to? How am I going? How can I be so arrogant to go to Jamaica and tell them how their reparations or whatever they got going on, their government, whatever they got going on right now? How can I ease the pain in my heart? That was an alley. All right, I had to do that. But how can I go over there and tell Jamaicans, tell Nigerians, this is how it should be done, like without living the experience? Like that is that's beyond delusion. That's beyond being a fool. Like that's deep seated, deep rooted, hate, just hate. Maybe an FBA beat his ass in some type of school. You dig? Maybe he got called more than an African booty scratch. Maybe somebody put their fist in his mouth, knocked some damn sense out of his face, and he just got this extreme hate. But just for a humble reminder for those who think like Kwame, like dude, whatever your problem is with us, I don't care what you call yourself, American, nigga, sovereign citizen, Moor, Hebrews, like don't matter what you call yourself, man. You're not going to subtract the fact that we are 43 million in this country. And we're not Jamaican, we're not Haitian, we're not Nigerian, we're not Sudanese. You dig? We are foundational Black Americans, ADOS, Negro, colored, whatever you want to call us. We're different than every other Black in the world, and we know that. All right. So whatever you want to call yourself, we know you're not us. I hate to say it like that, but I got to do that for those who for Kwame and those who think like Kwame, bro. Whatever you want to be, Malian, whatever, Nuwabian, we know you're not us, and that will never change. I don't give a damn how much you cosplay, how much you rap and dance and do the nay. You did with the Bobby Brown Gumby. I do whatever you want to do. You want to take those classes for that Nigerian to speak like us, whatever you want to do, my boy. We know you're not one of us. Like you'll never trick us to believe you're exactly one of us. Okay. So, good luck to you and what you want to do with your hate. You want to disconnect yourself from Jamaica. You want to disconnect yourself from Black Americans. And you want to create this fantasy. You want to create this fantasy identity. Okay. Well, good luck. Good luck with your Wakanda identity. You dig? It'll be you, a few other okay, now FBA Pan Africans, they are gullible and goofy. Garvey suckered some of them. So like we expect some casualties. You dig? Like we expect some goofy FBAs to go right along with the Kwame's of the world. And matter of fact, I got some inside information. I had it yesterday on Ibrahim Torre. So there's a lot of lies and embellishment and embellishing and just over exaggeration on Ibrahim. That's why I cooked. I cooked. Oh boy, everybody want to call. Nobody calls me until I press the live button. I'm not answering that phone call. Everybody calls me. Nobody calls me until I push that live button. And then everybody and mother want to call. All right. So as I was saying, there's a lot of lies that the Pan Africanist circle is pushing on Ibrahim Torre. First of all, he's not a Pan Africanist. All right. And anybody can challenge me on that. Put the link in there. Just be careful. You might want to know the history of Pan Africanism. Okay. He's not a Pan Africanist. All right. I already explained to Kwame how he's not, and Kwame ain't put up much of a fight. He's not a Pan Africanist, and we're making him that. He's not that. He's just who he is. You dig? He's a person from Mali, whatever. He's running a small country. He's trying to level up. Kudos to him. But Pan Africanists and other Africans and black diasporas are making him like T'Challa and shit. It's like, stop, man. They want him to be against the white man so bad, and then the facts is that he's not. The facts is that he's against his own people. Like they're fighting. He and his people has been fighting their own people since the beginning of time. All right, they are not fighting against the white man like Kwame thought and some other folks I know personally thought. That's a lie. You guys got to do better research and stop doing emotional research. Stop researching with your heart. Okay, research with your mind. Research like me. When I research, man, whatever the documentation says, I'm with it, whether I like it or I don't. You know why? Because I don't like being wrong. I like to be a trusted. I like to be a trusted source. All right. So that's my thing. That's why I call myself unbiased. Like that's my whole life, though. That has nothing to do with. How's that noise? Oh, that's him. No, you gotta go. You too loud. Yeah. So that has nothing to do with the topic. I'm talking about my entire life. Sports or anything, bowling, whatever, just goofy barbershop talk, goofy playground talk. I was always unbiased. I was always the middleman. Like, nah, that's wrong. You dig? And I would tell, even with a stranger, I'd be like, nah, I tell my boy, nah, the stranger's right. You dig? So I recognized that about myself early on. Like I was just not a liar. You dig? I didn't appeal to emotions like that. And if I did lie to you as a 13-year-old, I came back and told you I lied. So either way, you got the truth from me that day or later. I didn't hold to that lie if I told one. All right. So okay. So with that being said, he said Tiger said exactly. Kwame's usage of U.S. federal law as an excuse to justify the disrespect of FBA is not. Yeah. Going. Yeah. It just like you made the perfect analogy, bro. You said, well, Cassius Clay is the federal or the regular, acknowledged, recognized name. It ain't Muhammad Ali. Lou Alcindor is his federal name. It's not um Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, and it was Malcolm Little. But Malcolm X said no. The X is the X. Okay, but the white reporter wanted to call him Malcolm Little. Malcolm Little. What's your father's name? What's your father's name? He did all that to Malcolm X. So that's how Kwame come off and Tiger. That's why I say a lot of these black foreigners are team white supremacy. Like I don't see them any different than a Klans member. I look at them as Clay Bigsby from the Dave Chappelle show. You dig? A black man, a black Klansman with a hood on. That's all, hiding his identity. But I don't see any black op different than a white supremacist, a Klansman, because they borrow the same strategy and talking points as Richard Spencer. Like nothing is different. Nothing is different. So I see them as an 100% op. Make no mistake. I'm not. Stop it. I'm not fooled at all. Oh, I'm black like you. Yeah, you black like me, but dude, you don't think like me. You think like team white supremacy. Okay, don't forget. You have a lot. I got some stuff. I got some stuff. Peace, Raymond, and what's no, my bad. Peace, yeah, Raymond. I'm far from. Okay, come up here. Come up here. Go up, up. Okay, go up there. Go up there. I can't see because you sit on my lap. Go, okay, no, stay up there. Just stay up there. Go lay down. Go lay down. He's fighting to sleep. It's pissing me off. Here. So people pick the worst time to call me, and when he sees that live button go live, I don't know what is about him. He'll trip, he'll cry, he'll do things he didn't do all day. That live button be creating spirits on people, man. They don't want me to go live, man. Ramon said, man, I was lying. I was a lying ass Negro when I was young. Save me from my parents. Well, Ramon, you didn't want to Raymond, Ramon, you didn't want to be my friend because I was going to tell on you, bro. I was the first Charleston white. I started as a youth, and I ain't do no crimes. But I was not lying. Stop. Okay, stop. I was not lying to your parents for you, bro. That's one thing I was not doing. I tried, but when people moms look at me in my face and be like, tell me the truth. I just had to. Like, yeah, he didn't go to school. He was at the store. He was not with me playing video games. He was skipping school. And I said that thing like I was a get up here. I said it with so much dignity. Like, nah, he wasn't where he said he was. Okay, he lied. Yeah, now I was the first Charleston, but you gotta understand, man. Yeah, you got to understand what's not black culture. Degeneracy is not black culture. Being a criminal is not black culture. Selling drugs, sniffing drugs, selling crack, smoking crack, that's not black culture. You guys want to make it black culture. That's not black culture. Okay. So being honest, that's black culture. Being honest is black culture, not lying. Okay. So that's why I agree with Tarson White when he say, "Hey, man, like the reason why black people tell is because we're not liars." You dig? Like we were not okay. We're human, right? We can lie, but for the most part, we were not raised to be liars. Okay, a lot of us are from good homes. I don't know about the youth today, but when I was growing up, a lot of us were raised to be honorable boys, right? We were not raised to be liars, to be good snitches. We were raised to be bad snitches, right? Tell my mama wanted to know. She didn't want to be lied to. I don't know about y'all parents, but my mom did not want to be lied to. My aunts, my uncles did not want to be lied to. My grandparents wanted to the truth. So I agree with Charleston White on that. I was raised to tell the truth, not to be a goddamn snitch or a liar, like some of the niggas that might have been raised in these damn crack homes. These are bandos. So we got different upbringings. Yeah, he Sound said I was also a tattletale. Bro, most of us, because again, most of us come from good homes. Most of us don't live in a goddamn bando. You dig? Most of us raised in good homes. Yes, if you were raised in a bando, yes, you were taught lies. You dig? Your mom and dad was lying to get over on a drug dealer or each other or their friends. So I'm not going to apologize for being honest. And that's from Unbiased Today. Like, you're not gonna catch me lying for you. And don't lie for me. If I'm wrong, tell me. But again, like some people, again, raised in single parent homes, like they take the characteristics of their mother. Their mother is delusional, they're delusional. The mother's a liar, can't face reality, they can't face reality, and they're a liar. So sometimes you take on the characteristics of your mom, whoever the hell she was. But I'm proud of myself. I'm proud that I'm able to be honest and no, again. Before I get to Shedeur, again, if you're a homeowner, why would you want crime in your goddamn city, in your town? Why would you want crime? It lowers the value of your home. It worsens the school, the education. Okay, like you are the reason why your community is gentrified. So a good homeowner that love his value, love his equity, he's going to be a crime stopper. You know, where it says a neighborhood watch, a good homeowner is going to call the cops when they see a criminal act, a suspicious, when they suspect there's criminal activity, or if they witness criminal activity. A good homeowner that loves the value of their home is going to call and loves the educational system that the school provides is going to call the cops. Okay, when crime go unresolved, people are going to sell their homes and get out of that school system. They're going to live somewhere else, and that city is going to fall with your home there, and now your home is devalued, and you got to leave, probably break it even or owe money. No, you'll be a fool. When you buy a home, you have a vested interest in keeping your property at high value, and that means neighborhood watch, bad cops, bad people, crooks. You tell it all. Okay, we're not. Y'all got to make your mind up. Are we born criminals? Are we super predators? Are we gods and kings? Like y'all be lying and saying about us. You can't be a lying. You can't be a lying ass king. You can't be a lying ass black man god person. That's a contradiction. Like, which one are you? Are you the super thug, or are you the god, or are you the king? Like, that's the confusion I be getting from the conscious community. Like, yo, which one are we? You can't be both. It's a contradiction. Should be killing me. Anyway, let's get to Shedeur. All right. So first of all, Tariq, let's go to Tariq video. He has something interesting that I have not seen.
They took him off, and they took him off because the owner said, take him off. I don't want that guy. Shedeur Sanders just torpedoed himself. His attitude off the field at the combine, his dad didn't help him either. You know, he was on podcast talking about, this is my son. If I can get him to where I want to get him to, I'm going to do that. But, you know, when you listen to this kid talk right prior or at the combine about if you want a new culture in your locker room, I'm the guy to do that. I can turn it around. I mean, he's very high on himself. And I think he was very off-putting to many, many coaches and general managers.
Okay, so what he just said, shit. Okay, so what he just said, what was so, okay. Some of the things they're going to say is right about Shedeur in the wrong way, but some things they're going to say is wrong in the right way. What is so wrong about saying, "Hey, I can be the vessel"? Yo, you always hear football experts, basketball experts always talk about a team locker, a team player who's a locker general, right? Who can control the locker. So if he's saying, "I'm that guy," if you got a bad culture, or if your culture needs some straightening, I can help provide that culture in the locker room if I'm on this team. How is that a negative? See, so what this dude is just spewing. Okay, so white man. Oh, this is Boomer Esiason. So Boomer Esiason, he helps feed the stereotype that's put on white men that they are the devil and there's no truth in them. He helps feed that stereotype that white men are the devil and there's no truth in them. How is a young man saying, "Hey, I can help I can help create a healthy culture in your locker room"? How is that a bad thing? Let's go back one more time.
And I'm the guy to do that. Talk, this is my son. If I can get him to where I want to get him to, I'm going to do that. But, when you listen to this kid talk right prior or at the combine about if you want a new culture in your locker room, listen to this kid talk right prior or at the combine about if you want a new culture in your locker room, I'm the guy to do that. I can turn it around. I mean,
Okay, how is that a bad thing? I'm missing something. Again, like I've been around sports a long time, and when people talk, the experts, right? They say they need somebody who's a general in the locker room. He's volunteering himself because most men say, "Hey, man, hold your own nuts." You dig? F the locker room. That's the coach job because that's not a player's job, by the way. A player's job is just to deliver. Okay, it's not to be a coach, be a player coach. That's the coach job. Okay, hold on. Okay. Ah, hold on. All right. Anyway, yeah. So how did he turn something positive into a negative? Is killing me.
the combine about if you want a new culture in your locker room, I'm the guy to do that. I can turn it around. I mean, he's very high on himself.
Wait a minute. But how is that a bad thing? How is that an example of being high on yourself when you said if there's a culture issue in the locker room, I believe I can help turn that culture around into a positive, uplifting, and aspiring culture. How is that a bad thing? How is that a bad thing? When you apply for a job, they want to know if you're a team player or you're better alone. If you tell that man, if you tell that hiring manager to his face, like, hey man, not only am I a team player, if there's any disgruntled workers or there's any like culture that's off, I would, and they're doing it behind your back, I can reassure you that I can correct that. I'm so positive that my influence will turn those disgruntled workers into happy, satisfied workers. Like I'm that positive. How is that a bad thing? Okay, so far this devil just making up stuff, but let's go on.
And I think he was very off-putting to many, many coaches and general managers in the league. And I'm telling you right now, and I know this after talking to three different persons.
Okay, well, if he was a bad interviewee to these team interviewers, that was a bad example. So, and this is the problem with Coons, right? And you know, I don't know who he's talking to, but if he's talking to an FBA person, then that FBA person is a coon, right? They should say, oh, they should have stopped him. Wait a minute, let's run that back, Turbo. And they should be questioning some of the things he's saying because he's like a white Kwame. He's trying to justify his hate for a young young man. But let's hear more.
Personnel people in the NFL this weekend. They didn't even have him on their board. They took him off. And they took him off because the owner said, take him off. I don't want that guy. I don't
Yeah, but
want this entitled person on our team.
wait. I mean, again, so the only example he gave to show that Shedeur Sanders was entitled was promoting positivity amongst the locker room. That is what sit down. That is wild. That is wild. His only example was a positive image of Shedeur. It wasn't something I was waiting to hear something negative, like in the interview, he's being sarcastic, he's snoring, he's falling asleep, he's checking his watch, you dig, he's Googling. Yeah, those things I expected to hear, not that he was aspiring. What the inspiring? What is going on? Sit down. What is going on? What is going on here? MC Fact said if Sanders was non-black, he'd have gone higher. Yeah, well, Baker Mayfield they said was the worst, and Johnny Manziel was like second, and these guys went very high in the draft. So everything they're saying about Shedeur Sanders, believe me, he still had a sense of humility in him. He wasn't as wild as and entitled as Baker Mayfield and Johnny Manziel. So this is what Boomer Esiason is doing. What Boomer Esiason is doing is on white, and I say so. That's all. I expected to hear more dirt.
And I don't blame him.
Welcome to Turo. What can I get
All
you?
right, come on
Yeah,
now.
hey, I've got a camping trip this weekend. Can I get a gray Bronco?
All right, I'm in the building. What's up, man?
All right, so that was his best example of all right, so let's go here. So this is who they picked over Shedeur Sanders, right? This is the Saints quarterback. Look how trash this white boy is. Look how trash this inferior recessive devil is. Look at this right here. This is unbelievable. This is who they felt like is more fitting in the locker room. Look, the hell is that? That ball nowhere near him. Look at this. This is him in college. This dude threw he threw an underhand pass to nobody. It should have been picked off. Listen, wait, hold up. Did he do a throw? How you gonna do a Curry on a throw? He threw the ball and ran away, like how Curry shoots the ball and run away. This guy threw the ball and ran away, and the ball was nowhere near the receiver. Look, an underhand throw. What the hell is that? To nobody. I don't know how they dropped it. Look at this. A throw and run away. That ball nowhere near him. This is one of the quarterbacks they took over Sanders. The Saints. Horrible. Okay, so now this is what Dion said on Gilly podcast. But this is why I don't watch Gilly. Like he's a clown. He's a fake fan. Like, he's cosplaying as this real sports fanatic. Like he just so much into boxing. Like, dude, stop it. Like, how you so much into boxing and you got favorites because they're part of your city? So if there's a Philly fighter, he just, you know, jerking them off. It's like, dude, like if you're a real boxing fan, you don't give a damn where he's from. If he's good, he's good. If he ain't good, he ain't good. But now I believe he set up shit. Let me do that. So he set up Dion for this right here.
Where do you predict Shedeur and Travis going in the draft?
Top 4.
Ooh, that's pretty beautiful.
Anywhere from 1 through 4. One of them is going to be 1.
That's what I'm talking about.
One of them is
Let's
going to be
speak it
1.
into existence.
And the latter one would not go behind 4. Now, all this is subjective because I know where I want them to go. And let's not forget shallow, okay? But I know where I want them to go. So there's certain cities that ain't gonna happen.
Okay, now that part right there, you don't have to say publicly, okay, on the podcast because people are looking for an excuse to make an example out of you. Okay, don't forget you are going to an owner's team, right? Dion, LeBron, you guys are not owners of a team. So yeah, you could finesse some nepotism here and there, but dude, that ain't real nepotism. Real nepotism is when you own it and you're allowing folks to come on there that's undeserving. Okay, not what LeBron does and whoever else. So and what Giannis did for his brother. Nah. So Dion, in my opinion, this was a gross mistake to sit there and say, your son ain't going to certain cities. It did, yeah, especially publicly. Like this was just bad strategy, man. Like this ain't work out well as you thought it was gonna be. You know how they say that in what they say when you say something it bites you later? They say this didn't age well. Yeah, so that comment did not age well. Okay, because he was just grateful anybody took him at the end of the day. So this comment didn't age well.
I know where I want them to go.
Now look, he should stop right there. Say nothing more. But to say his next statement was giving him a reason to dog you out.
And let's not forget shallow, okay? But I know where I want them to go. So there's certain cities that ain't gonna happen.
Okay, you on point.
It's gonna be it's gonna be an Eli.
Where do you
Okay, so now he says it's gonna be Eli. You see, so at that point, like, dude. that wasn't, that didn't age well. That's all I can say. That did not age well. All right, let me read some of the comments. Uh, Big Dog said Baker Mayfield, Menzel, and Ryan Leaf had terrible attitudes. Yeah. Chris Carter. Yeah. Oh, I'm playing Chris Carter next. No, I already got him. Thank you, MC Fact. I already got him in my lineup. I already got him. He's in these tabs. I already got Chris Carter, Chris the Coon Carter. But Manny called out the team and said no San Diego Chargers, no problem. Yeah, but Big Dog, they did that after the draft. They didn't say that before the draft. So you see what I'm saying? Like their strategy was not to get teams pissed off. Because of course a team ain't gonna appreciate that. So Manning, they waited after they were drafted to say, nah, we ain't playing there, my boy. You need to trade us. And did because they already drafted. So they already drafted and they already pretty high, and now they already owed a certain money because they drafted high. They could make those demands, and they did. That's different. That's a different strategy. They didn't show their hand. All right, Dion showed his hand. That was a terrible strategy. All right, like I said, I'm gonna be unbiased. I'm not gonna act like everything black folks do is great. This is the real world. Selling crack ain't great. Killing somebody in a drive-by, some Chicago shit, that ain't great. What Big U did ain't great, right? And everything about Whack 100 ain't great. I can't stand him. Anyway, um, Johnny Manziel, Baker Mayfield, and Ryan Leaf were yeah, exactly. All of them were overrated. Every last one of them. And Ryan Leaf was the most overrated. Baker Mayfield never gave himself a chance. That's sorry, clown. Never gave him like his attitude and his drug behavior got him banned from football. Okay, so now watch this. So I want to show this right here. So you're going to see Brady working with Shedeur Sanders. He's going to be over here somewhere. Where my mouse is. Over here.
Good. You guys coach each other up.
Good.
Oh, nice.
Oh my God. Damn.
Okay, so that's Brady. So you got the GOAT working with you. You dig? Look, Brady already stamped him early in his life. So you don't need to really do much talking. Like, arguably the best quarterback ever is working with you. So that means he sees something in you. So there's nothing more to say. Like sometimes hey, what are you doing, man? What are you doing?
There you go. God dang, that was good.
Yes, you got the GOAT working with you. There's nothing more to say. Now watch this right here.
Tom, do you think a college kid needs a phantom like a roll?
I think he needs to get his ass in the film room and spend as much time in there as possible.
Thank you,
less
Tom.
time in the car and more time in the film room.
Nah, hey, no, it's not a Phantom. It's a Rolls Royce Cutlass. Seeing you had one too, Tom. Don't think I seen you.
I was just a rental. Hey, I had a few bucks in my pocket at that point.
Tom, do you think a
All right. So now that right there, so now I'm not justifying what happened to him, but I'm just showing you the mentality of this kid that was not needed. He's over here talking about, so Dion was like, dude, you don't need no Phantom, no Cully, whatever you talking about. So he called the GOAT, and the GOAT was like, dude, you don't need that. Focus on the playbook. Focus on bettering your game. Like, dude, get there. Like, get there. Earn it first. Earn it the right way. Earn it because you play on the field. Like Lamar Jackson, like what's the boy from Cincinnati, Burrow, right? Earn it that way, man. Like you're not even there yet. You talking about Phantoms and all these type of toys, man. Like what's good with you? So he said, Brady, well you had one, and Brady was like, nah, dude, that was a rental. That he talking about. I ain't buy one of those dumbass big cars. And, yeah, he kind of embarrassed him. Like, dude, I didn't. That's not what I did. You're looking at the fakery on the net. I had a Phantom for the fakery. I didn't have a Phantom to like really drive every day in my garage. Here you go, Chris Carter.
13 million per watch the draft. Damn, the NFL's got some shit figured out. All right.
Yes.
Nah, big dog. I can't go with that. Prime was talking about real big, and the good old boy said, nope, don't draft him in the first. Yeah, well, I'm not talking about the colluding part. Yeah, y'all got to stick to the narrative. I'm giving you guys a narrative and y'all jumping somewhere else. Like, don't be like tethers. Like, stick to the narrative. I'm talking about, I'm giving y'all just the facts. Like, how, I'm just giving you guys evidence. That's all. I'm not even giving y'all anything. I'm just showing you what's out there. Like, I'm just being transparent. I'm not even giving you guys a real narrative. I'm just giving you what's out there. Okay. So the Raiders ain't draft. Well, the Raiders, bro, boy, they have Rich Gannon. So now unbiased. My name was Unbiased Sports, right? I made it Unbiased Ron. So, bro, I know who the Raiders had. They had Rich Gannon. Matter of fact, they beat the Raiders. The Raiders was like cooking everybody almost every year. When the Raiders had Rich Gannon, like, they had like 4 losses every year with Rich Gannon. Like, Rich Gannon was a beast. So the Raiders were not going to draft him. The Raiders were very good at that time. So you gotta know your football. All right. So the Raiders were very good. They were not looking for a quarterback. They had Rich Gannon at the time. Brady did what he did. And I believe they beat the Raiders with that kick. And I could be mistaken, but I believe it was the Raiders they beat with that kick. Okay. Yeah, but I know sports. I know a little something about sports. And I know Rich Gannon was a beast, and they were not looking for a quarterback. So that was a bad analogy. All right. Anyway, this is Chris Carter. Yeah, so guys, if y'all gonna do an aha moment, you got to know the time we're talking about. All right, let's go.
So I'll tell you what. I watched the beginning. I watched on the NFL Network, and then I went to ESPN.
Yes, different coverage. Yes.
Oh, dude. I would rather literally have you take nails, and put them into my legs than me having to listen. Is Rich Eisen pastor time that he threw the ball down the field and then. All right. So what happened with Shedeur Sanders?
Here we go.
Well, a number of things happened. The number one thing that didn't happen was there was not a collusion message with the NFL owners.
Okay. What? Okay. A lot of people think that.
Because they wouldn't be able to keep a secret like that. And
so they might do it, but they couldn't shut up about it.
They wouldn't be able to shut up about it. But every owner is very.
So how did they shut up about Kaepernick?
Very, very selfish. Now, why would I do something to my detriment? Like, if I need a quarterback and I think this kid is it.
Well, they did with Kaepernick. Kaepernick was better than half of the quarterbacks that was around the time they blackballed him. All right, so again, this is what happens when you have a podcast and you don't take call-ins, you don't have, and all your guests are your friends. Like, you see, I'm not a friend of Kwame. I'm not a friend of Jay and KD and all these Chris and all these tethers. I'm not a friend of those, but they American Dream. But they call in and we have a great build sometimes. But this is the problem when you have yes men. You have yes men just listen to you rant and nobody challenge you. You see Gilbert. They would challenge each other. Gilbert Arenas. I think. You see Chad and Ocho would challenge Shannon Unk. You would see Mace and Cameron get different opinions on certain things. And you would see Gillian Wallow come at each other. Even Joe Button podcast, they would disagree. You'll see DJ Envy disagree with Charlemagne a lot. You need that's why those podcasts are successful. Like, you need people who are not yes men. Matt Hoffa's show is unsuccessful because all of them agree with Matt Hoffa. So, like, you need to have a show where there's no yes men. People get to feel the authenticity of the show when there are no yes men. Okay, so now Chris Carter's able to just rant, and it looked like they spoke about this already in private. And the white guys just ain't want to look like racist, so they let Chris Carter be the coon. Let's hear him go.
What he didn't realize is the guys that have fallen in the draft before, they all had unusual traits. Like, they had some superstar qualities to them. Now, some other things happened that made them fall, but Shedeur and his family, they overplayed their hand. Them thinking.
Hey, Kwame, for the record, when we say the white man, we're including tethers, bro. So you missed the earlier part of this podcast. But when I say white man, I'm not speaking to a color. I'm speaking of a mindset. Okay. And yes, men. So when I say white man, I'm speaking about people like yourself, right? See, you got to know American culture, Black American culture. The white man don't just mean white man.
That he was in the same evaluation mode as Eli Manning, they didn't play that right. Them trying to narrow the teams that he was going to go to.
Well, actually, let me correct Chris Carter on that. Shedeur was a higher as far as what he did on the field. Eli Manning was a pick because of his brother and father. So they were drafting Eli Manning on pure potential. They wasn't drafting Eli Manning because of what he did in old Mississippi State, whatever it's called. Shedeur Sanders, he was being judged not by his dad, like Eli Manning, or his brother. Shedeur Sanders was being judged by his performance on the field. He took a team that went 1-9, and they got 4 wins their first year and 9 their second year. I mean, third year. No, second year. They were like playoff bound. So like they went from like the worst team in the college football to a playoff team. So oh yeah, let me take Kwame Rich because every time I can't see Kwame, bro. I can never have you. You can never hold a wrench because you make me look bad. Like people be looking like, yo, why this dude got a wrench talking like that? So I got to keep taking it from you. They always lie about the NFL not colluding. Right? Look how they did Warren Moon. Right? I guess they weren't colluding there either. Chris Carter. He won the 1978 Rose Bowl and went undrafted. Hey, Chris Carter, how do you explain Warren Moon? See, again, like these are coons who don't take call-ins, and they have a bunch of white folks that pat them on the head like Kwame.
That didn't do right. Not working out at the combine, that wasn't the right thing. His interview process, obviously he could have done a lot better in that.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, but we didn't hear he did anything bad though. So when Boomer Esiason gave his example of something bad, it was actually something good. So Chris Carter, he's just talking. He's not what we call sourcing up. He's not giving examples of what was wrong and what he did wrong to get pushed to the 5th round. This is just all bad analogies, bad examples.
A lot of people left that meeting, felt he was very, very entitled.
Which meet? Like, because they said Brian DeBall, the Giants coach, had said he didn't like the meeting. He asked him, he had some book, was his playbook or something he was supposed to know, and he said he felt weird about it. I don't know who else said they didn't like the meeting with him. Or were just people behind the scenes saying they did?
Well, the thing about it, they didn't draft him.
I know that.
So
part.
it's not the tape.
Okay. Because the tape's good enough to get drafted early enough.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, his tape is good enough for him to be a first rounder. But
okay, so his tape was good enough to be a first rounder, but they didn't draft him on some subjection bullshit. It's how they feel about him personally. They don't like they want people like Kwame. You know, white people like black foreigners. They like to smile, show teeth. They like to buck their eyes. I'll do anything for you, master, to keep this plantation. And that's what they like. They like Kwame's of the world. Okay, they don't like, Malcolm X would say a house slave or field Negro. I'm sorry, not a house, a field Negro. Okay, they don't like field Negro mentality. Okay, they don't like that. So that's what Sanders was representing, and that's what some other folks represent. Like some people know their worth, and for black folks to know their worth and act accordingly, that's taboo and illegal in some white spaces.
But there's a number of things. It's not one thing. Last year when Deion interviewed for the Dallas Cowboys job, that did not help Shedeur. Now it helped Deion get a.
So Kwame, I'm gonna time you out for the rest of this video. Okay. So your services today, your commentary today is not needed, Kwame.
New contract in Colorado, but long term it didn't help Shedeur because the Giants, they're coached in their last year, general manager in their last year. If they struggle, the Giants potentially an option would be look at Deion as the head coach. So why would I draft a kid? Like they missed out on that. Like they obviously they didn't think this all the way through. And I think there were a number of teams that had that in the back of their mind, and they don't believe his talent is generational. They do believe that guys are more athletic and guys have bigger arms, and they do believe he's been coddled. He's been coached by Dion.
Okay, well that's a contradiction because when the Browns had drafted that sorry dude, what's his name, Gabriel from Oregon, like this dude he's 5'11", okay? There are no white short good quarterbacks since Doug Flutie, okay? Because to be 5'11" or smaller like Kyle Murray, you gotta be super fast or shifty like Russell Wilson, Jalen Hurts, and those type of people. Like you gotta be him to be under 6 foot and be in the NFL. Russell Wilson, Kyle Murray, those type of quarterbacks, you gotta be like that. You gotta be him. Okay. And Kyle Murray is pretty good. And Russell got himself a bowl. He should have had two. But when you get a white small quarterback, just ask Doug Flutie, you don't go nowhere. You don't go nowhere because you just can't make it happen. So that contradicts everything what he's saying because the dude they drafted was horrible. He's not a generational talent. Like the dude was a runner, and with Oregon, he just ran the ball. Like he nobody's open. He just ran the ball for 50 yards. That's all he did. He didn't beat people with his arm. He made wide open throws. That's it. Like you've seen Sanders make great throws in college.
His whole life. Now, there's been benefits to that, but this is the first time it's been a detriment.
Okay, that's projection. That's speculative. That's Chris Carr's opinion, and he borrowed that from the white media.
So his tape, because he had last season, 4,000 yards, 37 touchdowns, NCAA leading 74% completion rate.
That's great.
Then he said, in his line, was his offensive line good?
Offensive line was no good.
Okay,
wide
no
receivers,
good.
3 wide receivers drafted in the NFL.
Yeah, but offensive line,
no good.
I'm getting to him. So
Look, he keep trying to find a way, dude. What about RG3? RG3 had hella, there's Baker Mayfield, bro. That's known when you're in these. Now he's in a small program, but when you're playing for Miami, if you're playing for Florida State, Ohio State, you're gonna get a shitload of receivers that go to the league, dude. Like Chris Carter is. Matter of fact, I'm a comment in here.
Him holding the ball too much. Sometimes people come and hit you, and you don't want to throw it to the other team. Is that not fair enough?
Yeah, let me talk football though.
Yeah, I'm listening.
There's a reason why a lot.
Yeah, to be honest, ever since that Seattle Super Bowl, I've never looked at NFL football the same. I'm gonna be straight up honest. I've never looked at NFL football the same after that Seattle Seahawks fixed loss. That dumbass decision. Yeah, I'd never seen that when I checked. That's when I said I don't care. Yeah, I got no team. So don't ask me. I don't have a team. I root for black quarterbacks. That's it. So Cam Ward, I'm a Jacksonville Jaguar fan. Only when Shedeur plays, I'm a Cleveland Brown fan or Deshaun Watkins. But it has to be a black quarterback. If there's a black quarterback, that's my team. But if he gets hurt and Whiteboard come out, I'm no longer rooting for them. I only root for active black quarterbacks. That's it. If you got a white quarterback, I can respect Joe Burrow. I can respect him. I can respect Josh Allen. They're great talent, but I would never root for them ever. I will always want them to fail. I only root for black quarterbacks.
A lot of dudes hold on to the ball too is because the coverage has not revealed where the ball and their anticipation is not as good.
All right, so I really can't take no more of this right here. So I'm done for now. I want to talk about some other stuff, maybe some Shannon Sharp stuff. I got some hypocrisy with Bill Belichick and his 24-year-old girlfriend, but I don't want to tie it to this video. So I'm gonna end this video right now. It's short. I timed out Kwame. I don't want to hear more of your opinion. You're a clown. You're not respected. All right. And I'll be back with another one a little later. Peace.